Jenni Carlson here with Anthony Slater. We're at the Thunder practice facility where the Thunder has just finished up preparations for their series against Golden State. They'll have one more practice on Sunday, but obviously big games looming on Monday, game one of this Western Conference Finals series, and all of our coverage brought to you by J. Marshall Square, Oklahoma City's only big house apartment community. And Anthony, we've got to start with the matchup that we think is going to come together, the small ball lineup of Golden State and that big lineup that really paid dividends for the Thunder in their series against the Spurs. How's this matchup going to go?
Well, it's really interesting because I feel like for the last 2-3 years we've been kind of wanting this Warriors-Thunder matchup in the playoffs, and it's really been about we want these stars versus stars, three-pointers, dunks, Westbrook, Curry, but it's kind of morphed itself into this clash of styles because of what Steven Adams and Enes Kanter have done really in the Spurs series, but really all season, as this big, bruising, offensive rebounding team that just attacks the glass with Westbrook behind them attacking, whereas the Warriors are who they have been, you know, to a souped-up level, just hitting threes at ridiculous rates. So, you know, I know Barry Trammell's writing about it for Monday's Oklahoma, and I'm writing about it a little bit, but, you know, can the Warriors demoralize the Thunder with their, you know, repetition, threes, maybe 4 threes in bunches, or can the Thunder bruise the Warriors small ball and kind of demoralize them with offensive rebound putbacks?
Yeah, which offensive rebound's been huge for this team. I mean, they're just getting such great production with their rebounding really around the all sorts of facets, offense, defense, putbacks, all sorts of things. You know, Serge Ibaka is going to be huge, I think, in this series. His versatility, we saw it in a variety of ways against the Spurs. He was out there hitting shots, defending all sorts of positions, which is so important when you're playing that small ball lineup. I'll be writing a little bit about him for the Monday Oklahoma. But, you know, I think a lot of people, you mentioned those individual matchups, Anthony, and clearly you can't talk about this series without talking about Steph Curry, and then you can't talk about Steph Curry without talking about the shot he hit here at the peak. I mean, I don't know how that changes the Thunder's defensive mindset heading into this series, but you clearly have to be guarding him from a deep point no matter where he is.
That shot shouldn't change their mindset. Steph Curry should change their mindset because that wasn't like a rare shot for Steph Curry. I mean, that is just like the most memorable of them, and it did happen down the street from here. But, you know, it's not just him, it's Klay Thompson. Like, you saw when Klay Thompson went out, like Steph Curry set like an NBA record for like threes in a playoff game or something like that, and then like he went out and then his teammate broke it. I mean, these guys are crazy. The cross matchups will be interesting because I think Klay Thompson's going to guard Westbrook. Curry's going to try to hide on Robertson. Well, Robertson will guard Thompson, but he might get Curry at times. The big thing for the Thunder, they got to pick up these guys in transition. You know, in the half court, if you're playing good defense and he does a little like wizardry dribble and he hits a shot, okay. You know, it happens, but you just can't let them get loose in transition for wide open threes, especially in Oracle. I mean, that place
will go nuts.
Is outrageous. It's just like the peak, you know, West basically, and they love their threes there.
Definitely so. All right, let's hear what Kevin Durant, Steven Adams, and others had to say.
2 months since you last saw what you say.
You know, it's just more experience. You know, that's always the best teacher. More experience, more guys are playing. You know, you're playing 2 playoff series, you know, you learn a lot about yourself. So guys are learning more and more, embracing their roles a little bit more, knowing you know, what type of intensity it is at this point of the season. And guys just relax.
Tim, can you talk about how hard it is to win a playoff series in the NBA? You guys won 10 in the last 6 playoff series, and I think only Miami's won more than that.
It's tough. I mean, I look at the first series against Dallas. We won 4 games in the regular season. And I was telling the guys, I said, man, it's hard to beat a team 8 times in a row. And, you know, we end up losing game 2, but winning, you know, 8 out of 9 games, that's hard to do in this league. So many great players, and, you know, they pretty much know every play we're running, and they know every tendency of every player. So it comes down to, you know, who wants it more. And, you know, that's what you kind of got to rely on towards, you know, the middle of the series. You know, beginning of the series, you're still trying to figure things out, but, you know, 3 and 4 and 5, you know, you just kind of, you know, you just got to see who wants it more.
Those 10 playoff series victories over 6 years, is that a sign of how good you guys have been for an extended period of time?
Yeah, I mean, that's, you know,
with new players. I mean, you got you got experience, and you got all these new young guys.
Yeah, you know, obviously you want the grand prize, and we haven't gotten that yet. But you know, you can't discredit, you know, the amount of games we won in the postseason and how hard it is to win in the postseason. You know, obviously everybody always talks about championships, which is the most important thing. But to set yourself up and be in that position to fight for one every single season, And to go, deeper in the playoffs, after the first, second round, it's definitely it's something that we should be proud of, but we should also know that we want bigger things.
You're going to have to win on the road at least once to win this series. How helpful is it that you've already won 4 road playoff games already?
I mean, that stuff, whatever happened before this series started really doesn't matter. We know how, loud that crowd is going to be, one of the best crowds in sports, and along with our crowd. So 2 arenas is going to be amazing in this series. It's going to be exciting basketball. But going in there, obviously we won before on the road, but it doesn't really matter. It's a different team, different vibe. So we got to come out there and play our game.
Obviously different personnel, but can your length and tenacity and physicality defensively disrupt them the way it did San Antonio?
That's who we are as a team. No matter who we play, we try to use our length, try to use our athleticism. We got guys that can guard multiple positions, so we got to use that to our advantage no matter who we're playing.
You mentioned that identity. There's like a small ball movement going on. Do you like how you guys have kind of zagged away from that and have become this big physical team that can play 2 centers? That kind of...
Yeah, I think playing the last 2 teams we played against, they play traditional, with bigs, and that's to our advantage, as well. I think the second half of Game 6 against the Spurs, they went small, and I think Coach made a great adjustment to just stand big and not, panicking and adjusting so quickly. And he did a great job. And but against this team, they kind of, that's how they've been playing for the last few years. Is Draymond Green is a small, but he plays big. Long arms, strong for his size and his position. So, he stretches the floor a little bit. So it's a different dynamic. But we still, got to be prepared to, guard every type of set, every type of player. They can play big and small. So, we got to focus on us, but also know, what they do and try to take it away.
On these offensive rebounds you guys have been getting, how much of a momentum boost is that? How much of it demoralizing is that to the opponent?
It is demoralizing. You play 24 seconds of great defense and then somebody grabs another rebound. It's like let me use my football analogy. When you get a stop on, 3rd and 9, and Tom Brady come out and throw a pick on the first play, and you got to run back out. That's tiring for your defense, and it's tough to go back to back like that. So when you get back to back possessions, sometimes 3 or 4 possessions in a row, that just breaks the back of the defense, and tires them out a little bit going on the other end. So our bigs have done a great job. I don't know if Tom Brady would throw a pick on the first.
I was gonna say I like the quarterback you chose.
First play of the series, but I had to use the best. But it's just knowing that you can grab 2 or 3 in the possession. It makes it tough on the defense. It just kind of breaks their back mentally.
He played with Serge a long time. He didn't close out 4 and 5, I guess, against the Spurs, but then he's in there, gets that huge block on Duncan at the end. Just his mentality, his versatility. I mean, how crucial could all of that be to you guys in this series?
We're gonna need everybody. We're gonna need everybody, and we've been saying that all playoffs. We need everybody to contribute. And Serge was great. He didn't close the games out a few games, but his spirit was always up. He wasn't, pounding on the bench and being, thinking about himself. He was coming in, talking to guys, helping guys out, and that's what we need. We need everybody to just get outside of themselves and worry about the team, and that's what we've all been doing a great job of. No matter who's playing the most minutes, who's being taken out the lineup, whatever, everybody's been engaged and trying to help their teammate out. So that's the type of people we need, and Serge he's been great. And when he was able to come in there and play, his spirit and his energy was good, and that's kind of when you go out there and you got good spirit and energy, good things happen. If you go out there pouting and upset, then usually, things don't go your way. So his spirit was good, and he was able to make a huge play for us and kind of help seal the game.
Regular season game,
more for Cap.
overtime against Golden State, Steph Curry hits the shot. You're a guy who pays attention to stuff around the league.
Mm-hmm.
What impact did you see that game, that particular moment, that shot after for the rest of the season?
It was another game winner in the season. No huge impact. Pretty much everything they do is broadcasted, and they won 73 games. So I'm sure that one game, it was a huge shot. It was a deep shot. It was something I've never seen. But it wasn't like, that was a shot that, run across the whole world. He made a huge shot. A lot of guys made big shots this season. So, they won 73 games, man, and just about every game they played in was must-see TV. So, Unfortunately, it was us that was a part of a game winner. But it was a fun basketball game, and we'll see how these next 4 go.
When they're on the break, I imagine the habit when you're defending is to go to the rim, but they're so good, stretch to the 3-point line. How hard is it to kind of break that habit and stay aware of where Clay and Steph and whomever else is on those plays?
First off, we just got to get good offense. That kind of helps us in the transition when we get good offense. And we just got to be aware, guys. I think, when we played against the Spurs with Danny Green, he was so good in transition, shooting threes, and we lost him a few times. And, as the series went on, we started to think about, all right, well, when we get a shot up, we got to, search out Danny Green and see what he is, but we also got to do a good job of containing the ball. So that's, when you get up to this point in the season, it's tough to do both, but you have to if you want to win. And this team
going out on the perimeter, sometimes guarding non-centers, kind of doing what Serge does a little bit with helping on screen.
When did I get comfortable?
Yeah, when
they forced me to get comfortable in it with it. Pretty much my rookie training camp. They put me on KD and Russ, and this is bumming me out a little bit. Yeah, put me on KD and Russ, and just had to guard them, especially with Scotty. Scotty just make them go one-on-one against me, and I had to do my best. Obviously failed, but try my best.
They would just have you out there in like one-on-one drills, spread the court one-on-one drills.
Yeah, exactly. They'll be on the 3-point line. I have to just guard them best.
When did you feel comfortable in a game doing it? I mean, it seems like this year you more and more as the season's gone on, they've had you in those situations.
I guess in the game, I just had to get used to it straight away, especially when we did a switch back when we had Scotty. But I guess now I go on with a game plan, kind of use the old Nick Carlson method, just understand their tendencies, and that's pretty much it.
Do you feel like that's like crucial in this series, having to get out on some guys?
It will be. You can't, definitely have to be prepared to do that, especially with this team. They get out in transition and you have to pick up just a random whoever's on the court. It ain't so much your man, so there definitely will be some switches and stuff like that, so all our bigs got to be ready.
What's the toughest part of defending that Curry, Draymond Green pick and roll?
Not sure. It's just I don't know. For us, have we defended it well in the past? I can't think. Have we defended it well?
Not any worse than other teams.
Yeah, right. Okay, so I guess we did it right. So hopefully this one will probably change. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, mate. I'll have a better answer after the first game.
Had your moments.
Had our moments.
Had your moments.
There you go, mate. Had our moments.
See, Serge didn't finish games 4 and 5, and he came out and he seemed to play like he wanted to prove something. Game 6, he's rebounding like a madman and playing really possessed. Was he sort of PO'd on the?
No, I don't think so. I think he's I think he understood what the situation was, what coach did, what coach wanted. So, I think he's fine with it. He's mature like that, man. And he just came out and played. Just so happened we needed that fire, definitely. He needs to play like a madman all the time.
When you get caught on a switch on Curry, there was a couple times where that's happened before, and he'll go through a sequence of moves on you, and he kind of just flings the ball up. What goes through your mind? Are you surprised, like, how did he get that over me? Or
Well, the only thing that goes through is, like, me personally, it's just like make him drive. Who cares? Just don't give him 3, and that's all. But like when he does all that, that happened to me once. Like it's annoying because you feel like you keep. Oh my goodness, I hit everyone. I'm sorry, but like. Yeah, like you think you can get there, but you can't. That's why, like, it's always if you don't have your hand up, like it's a wrap. Especially like for big guys. Big guys tend to drop their hands when they start dribbling, and it's just too fast. Sorry, just curve down here.
Golden State changes the momentum with their threes that come in bunches. You guys have to sort of get your momentum from offensive rebounds. Those are sort of the two momentum-changing game plays in basketball. How much have you found your offensive rebounds have sort of demoralized the other team?
It's definitely demoralizing. It just goes, obviously offensive rebounding, it goes both ways. You get an offensive rebound, you kick it out and it's a wide open 3. That sucks, especially after you played like 23 seconds of defense busting around. It's definitely demoralizing. But for them, we just can't, talking about demoralizing plays, we can't get upset about them because they're going to happen a lot. It's a good team. They're going to have some of those plays. Like Spurs, they make demoralizing plays all the time. You just can't get upset about it and just grind it through.
talking about you having to go out and guard some guards and different stuff in this series. You think Ennis is ready for that challenge, the pick and roll being, really in space a lot this series defensively?
I think so. I think he's ready. Look at him practice today in terms of just understanding where he's got to be and the game plan going forward. As long as you have a game plan, especially for a big, understand what you want the guard to do and what you want him not to do, then he should be pretty fine, mate. Yeah, you'll be better off.
If they're going small, but you're staying with your bigs, how important is it to impose your will against them? In other words, make them pay on the other end, on the boards, or just being physical?
Yeah, you definitely have to do what you can, especially if there's an advantage anywhere, you've got to take them in. Especially with games like these and players, any advantage you've got to try and exploit them and take advantage of it. Yeah.
How big do you think playing physical basketball kind of hit first ball will be in this series?
What do I want to?
How important will it be to play physical hit first basketball?
Definitely important. As I said before, just got to come out there, man, and swing for the fences. Swing for the fences, lads. And yeah, just because then it just sets the tone, and then from there, the refs understand how the game's being played, and then you could really just start playing your basketball, and it takes them out of their rhythm and all that sort of stuff, man. It's just, it's key.
Do you feel like you guys are gaining a reputation as a really physical, big team that kind of can bruise teams?
I think so. Is that the word on the street?
Word on the street.
Yeah, I'll take it then. That's good. Let's stick with that.
How much talk do you and Buffy get into?
How much talk?
Yeah, you and Andrew. You talk between you guys?
Nah. I mean, made fun of him when we won the cricket a while back. That was like in my first year, but yeah, last year we got kicked, so I didn't talk to him from then on. He got destroyed. So didn't want to meet. Yeah, didn't want to meet. Did you? No. Yeah, thank goodness. Well, anyway, it's bad stuff. So.